What's up, everybody? I just wanted to let you know that we'll be getting started shortly. It's probably going to be just me, maybe the homegirl Elaine, but enjoy the sunset in the meantime while I continue to get set up, and we'll get started in about 15 minutes. Yeah. So today we'll be going over Qigong basics. In the meantime, just get some stretching in. Okay. Great. All right, so tell me, can you hear me now? Let's see. Another 4 minutes until we get started. Okay, wonderful. I'm using a wireless microphone, y'all. This should help with just the audio quality so that we can move around and you don't have to worry about.
It's about a 12-second lag.
It's clear?
Yeah. The video's not choppy. It's just a 12-second lag, which isn't bad at all.
Perfect.
See?
It's clear. Perfect. I'm the only person.
Yeah.
And I'm totally cool with that. I didn't advertise nada. I'm the only person. This is great. I'm loving it.
That's why I texted you, because I wasn't sure, because I got an email last week, so I just wanted to be sure. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I did close my practice. I closed my practice so that I could finish Kale. And I'm in the process of enrolling at... Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, mine as well. I'm in the process of enrolling at PCHS.
Oh, for the doctorate?
Yes, they have a transitional doctorate that's online. So that's something that's important. Gives acupuncturists the title of doctor, similar to a dentist, a chiropractor. And so that adds more credibility to our profession, opens up the opportunity for acupuncturists to work in a different environment. I can hear myself. And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't really want to hear myself. But, yeah. I also got a light on there this time, so when it gets dark, we'll have a little something there.
It was so nice to see your parents. I was like, oh, they supporting you.
I know. They were definitely in it to win it. And I'm so grateful for that because, you know, made it fun. I didn't ask my dad to walk around, which was hilarious. But he did, which is neither here nor there. It just, because he was managing the live, it was bouncing between LTE and Wi-Fi, and so it would like cut out where I'm like, this is the most critical part, and then it would cut to like way after, and it's like, okay, now let's put it all together. So, I thought that was pretty funny, in retrospect-ish.
Yeah, that was the first time. You made it through like a couple.
Yeah, that's the fun part. That's the fun part. How are you? What's up with you?
My birthday was last Thursday.
Happy belated. What? You mean in the same week? How did I not know that? Like 2 days later.
It was a good week. I had Qigong that week.
Yeah.
I did a numerology reading. Also did an astrological reading. Lived my little piece to myself.
Nice.
And they're both friends. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Support friends.
For sure. There's other folks that are probably going to be here on CP time. But let's see. I'm going to just adjust this so that we're all in the frame. But essentially, you don't want to move past this line here. So we'll just be training in this space right here.
So you're over here. You in there?
Yeah. Camera. And then you want to be on this side of this line here. You don't want to cross this here.
No, we don't want to be on this side.
Yeah. Because, you know. Oh, let me grab my coat. Okay. Okay, so you can get some, you can have some more room. Yeah. And we can start right where you are. Just allowing the hands to swing. Just got to make sure not to be hitting this microphone. And when you're doing this, try to get the back of your hand to reach the other hip, or if you can, manage your kidney. Keeping the knees bent, movements generated from the hips. Hey, Lane.
Hey, sorry I'm late.
You're okay. You're here right on time.
What was really helpful last week was to be still and meditate if I was in a state that I wanted to be or emotionally, and then to move after.
That's cool.
I shared it with some housemates too, so you helped me and place other things.
Ah, well, it's my pleasure to be of assistance. There you go. Now, if you can, use the count to catch and bounce the arms off. Working our way up. Into the shoulder. Working our way back down. And back to the hips. Good. And slowly let the arms come to the side and stand for a moment. Good. Now just allowing the hands to swing. Allow this movement to generate from the shoulder. Good. And letting the hands rest at the hips, bringing the hands up to Dantian, standing. And check in with your feet. Are your feet parallel? Or are your toes slightly out? Is your back straight? Knees bent? Chin tucked? Neck long? Bringing the hands up, level the collarbones. Good. While you're doing your standing, see where your weight is in your feet. Does it change from where your hands are low to when they're high? Do it without moving. Just sense it. There's no right or wrong. It's just where you're at. Okay, bringing the hands level with the eyes. Bringing the hands down to the collarbones. Hands down to the dantian. Allowing the hands to come down to your sides. Bring your arms out, palms down. Hinging at your hips, keeping your back straight to your right. Good. Back to center. Other side. Good. Back to center. Arms down. Maintaining the same stance. The hands come out and we scoop. And flexing only the ankles. Hands come up to the sternum, then come down. Knees stay bent the whole time. Up, down. If you know anybody who has any balance issues or is recovering from any kind of ankle injuries, then this is a good workout for them. This is a good exercise. Awesome. So then in this, less is more. So just being able to come up, just to get your heels off the ground and down. You should have enough space to get a credit card under your heel. So anything past that is extra credit. Yeah, and for the feet, it does take a whole lot of little bones to move the feet. And a whole lot of little pulleys and levers to control all those movements for stability. Good. And rest. Take a moment to just stand and feel the work from before. Good. Now we're going to do an exercise just with the upper body, and then we're going to integrate the lower body. So starting with the left hand on top. The left hand presses down, right hand comes up. One hand up, left hand up, right hand down. And over, like a propeller. Up, out, over.
The left hand's always on top?
Just this time. We'll reverse it later. Right hand up, left hand down. Right palm down, left palm up. Left hand up, right hand down. Left palm up, right palm down. Other way. There you go. Then scooping. You're pretty much following the direction of your palm. Yeah, exactly. Good. Now on this one here, we're going to stop with the left hand on top again, but this time press up, opposite direction. So left hand down, right hand up. And then when you come here, you'll see your hands have switched. Let's do it again. Left up, right press down. Left palm down, right palm up. Pressing. Up. Out. Up. Pro tip, the hand that presses down goes behind, as the one that raises up raises in the front. And when you get comfortable with it, just round it out like a propeller. Welcome, Shotzi. Get in where you fit in. We're doing a fun little exercise here. It's a coordination drill. Starting with your right hand on top. This is fun. Welcome to your body. Yeah, this is good. You know, with Tai Chi, you should be able to do the same thing on both sides over time. Left hand presses up, right hand presses down. Following those palms, left palm down, right palm up. Following the direction of the palms, right hand is above, left below, pressing down. Pressing up. Like you want to hold a tray above your head. Good. And you know what's funny about this exercise? This isn't the hard part. Because this is just the upper body. And we will bring a little harmony of heaven and earth. Good. If it helps, if you do it quickly, you can kind of feel the momentum of that movement. If you just kind of let the momentum of it. And you can go back and forth. And for Shotzi, let's go left hand. You got Elaine and Rebecca, you two will continue to just practice this. Shotzi, left hand on top. Good. Press down, right hand up, left hand down. Again, from here. The hand that's above is going to press below and closest to you, while this hand turns up. on the outside. Right hand down, left palm up. Good. Yeah, there you go. Right above. The palm that's up is going to be the palm that's down when your arms are out. There you go. Then following that same trajectory, follow your palms. Your right palm wants to go down. There you go. And smooth it out. There you go. And people ask, why do we do Qigong slowly? That's right. If you can't do it slow, you can't do it fast. There's no compensation, no false attainment. And don't get frustrated. Celebrate the fact that you're learning something new. Good. Left on top. And relax. Shake it out. Good. So, the second part, you've already learned it, but we'll just practice it as its own. So you're going to just check in. Your feet are shoulders width, toes are pointed forward. You really want to make sure that this is your baseline, that your toes are pointed forward. Any out or in, unless you know why, won't have a purpose right now. Later it can, and it does. But for this type of Qigong, which is going to be a combination of Wudong and Guanping Taiji Chuan style Qigong, kind of Shaolin. It's kind of like Shaolin and Wudong style, meaning like one's very linear and the other one's very flowy. And the Wudong is the flowy, the Shaolin is the more straightforward, linear. And this is a Shaolin exercise. And then we'll go through some Wudong exercises and I'll point them out to you. So in this particular style, our toes are pointed forward. The knees are bent, and your feet are only shoulders width. Like your feet should only be as wide as if you're standing in line at Starbucks. Yeah, exactly. That's good. You saw what Elaine did. She jumped up and down. Because when you jump up and down, you'll land at shoulders width. Because if you try jumping with your feet together or jumping too wide, it just doesn't work. You jump up and down, you'll find like, oh yeah, there I am. And then kind of rock your heels from your hips, kind of like shift the hips back and forth, and you can kind of find your sweet spot. And you're like, oh, there's mine. Now from here, you just bend the knees, flex the ankles, keeping the knees bent the whole time. And however fast you go up is the same speed you go down. If you go up real slow, you go down real slow. You go up fast, you go down fast. And again, anything past a credit card is extra credit. Less is more. Now that you've learned this movement, let's turn it into Qigong. Last week we talked about Qigong is the relationship between movement and breath. Since we are in motion, let's coordinate our breathing with this up and down motion. So, with the tongue on the roof of your mouth, breathing in, hold at the top, down, hold, in, out. Breathing is only through the nose. If you know anybody with cankles, this is a great exercise for cankles. Turn them cankles back into a calf and an ankle. Welcome to your body. Good. Good. Now we're going to start with the basic hands, just scooping from below, palms up, coordinating with breath. In, hold, out. Wider. Easier. Good. Shake it out. Now here comes the fun part. So we're now going to coordinate up and down. As I demonstrate it for you, just kind of get a feel for it. I'll go slow. 1, 2, 3. So I want you to observe. Watch my feet in coordination to my hands. So starting with my left hand on top. My knees are bent. Full extension. Halfway in my heel. In my toe, bridge of my foot, heel. You guys feel how the weight is shifting forward and back? This is essentially what's happening. But with the knees bent, it isolates the movement, so you can't use momentum to get you going. It's very controlled. You can stop at any point. So let's do it together. Left hand. Down. Slowly together. Up. Right hand up, left hand down. Halfway coming down. In our heel. Up. Halfway. And down. And I'll turn around so that we can do it together. Left hand on top. Up. Smoothing it out. Yep, exactly. And you know, hopefully we all practice it 10,000 times, it becomes second nature. Good. Left hand on top. Opposite way. Anybody's calves burning? Body. Bottom of your feet. Good. So then if you know anybody with plantar fasciitis, this is a good one for them. Exercise that aponeurosis, or that big pad of fascia, aka the pantyhose to every muscle, to everything. Good. Shake it out. How you feeling? Ah, yes. Okay. So this is going to be a low body day. And Kung Fu's all in the feet and it's all in the legs. So when it comes to Qigong also, that's it's important to have strong lower body versus like the West where they may emphasize the upper body. But hey, guess what? If you can have Western body on the top and an Eastern body on the bottom, you're unstoppable. Okay, so starting with our feet together, I'm going to start on this line here. Here, Shotzi, I'll stay so you can see me here. Step out, twice shoulders width. Good, into horse stance. And so because you will be shifting your weight in one direction, yeah, I just want you so you don't bang your knee up against that. Good. Let's do that again. We're going to shift our weight, straighten the left leg. I'll turn around for this. Straighten the left leg, shift your weight back. Bend the knees. When you step out, heel first. Shift the weight. Again, straighten the left. Now, I want you guys to observe and listen. I want you to observe with your ears, okay? Tell me if you hear my feet. Can you hear my step? No? Okay. So what I'm hearing is people step. Why? I'll show you. I'll show you. So you stepped out, and you shift your weight, but then you partially shift your weight and drag the foot. I'm going to show you a trick. From your horse stance, if you can get your hip over your heel, ear, shoulder, hip, heel, in one line, you should be able to lift that back heel to bring your foot in. Ear, shoulder, hip, heel. From here, shift. And because, and also your knee needs to go over your toe. Yeah, this knee goes over the toe. Good. Much better. Good. Last pointer. Once you've stepped out, even if your toes all funny out here, when you get there, try to feel your toes forward, underneath your knees. It'll feel awkward at first, but then later it will create stability. And trust me, you'll be able to get mobility when it comes to just range of motion. It just takes time. So with that, I'm going to turn around. We're going to step out into horse stance. Mabu. Again, shift the weight back. Step with the heel. Heel touches first. You don't move on until everybody does it. Good. Again, shift back. Silent steps. If it's hard to step out far, make it narrow. Less is more. Because this is something we practice every day. So this is a good horse stance here too. Okay? Hands together. This is called Mabu. So when I say Mabu, this is what I'm referring to. The back is straight. Hands are together. Then, to your left, okay? I'm going to go to my right so that it looks like I'm mirroring you. Turn out your left foot, right foot. Shift your weight and turn and look at the inside hand. Inside hand. There you go. It will be your right hand. Good. Back straight. So your right leg straight. Don't shift it. Don't shift your stance. Then shift back, hands together. Mabu. Other side. Shifting. This time, left hand is out. You're looking at your left hand. Good. This is called Gongbu. So when I say Gongbu, this is what I'm referring to. This is a Wudong exercise. Mabu. Now, watch my feet. Now, I want everyone to just take a look at Shatsi's stance. His stance didn't start like that. How do you think he ended up that way? I'll show you. He's walking himself out by shifting the toe and the heel. Yes? No, it's a wide angle camera. It's a wide angle lens, so it should be picking everything around. But I mean, yeah, if you want to, maybe the light may be obstructed, but Shotzi's not in the camera. I'll scoot back. Okay. And you don't have to be if you don't want to. But so, step out, horse stance, ma-bu, palms together. Yeah, you step out with your left foot. Good. Now, heel touches first. Good. Gong bu. Turn out the foot, and you'll notice my feet are still in line. Your stance is not actually changing. You're just turning out your foot. And my back foot, I do turn it on a 45. I turn it in on a 45, yes. Here. Gong bu. Ma bu. Staying at the same height. You see, I pivot on the heel, pivot on the heel. Okay? Yes, and that will keep it so your stance doesn't change. Gong bu. Looking at your inside hand, so your right hand, your left hand. There you go. Ma bu. Gong bu. Yeah, that's because every time you shift back, you're moving between the heel and the toe. When really, okay, and relax. We'll do it together now. From feet together. Bend the knees. Step out. Palms together. To the left first, always to the left. We're going to turn out the left foot. Ma-bu. Shift the knee over the toes, looking at your right hand.